Dave, this is Teresa.
Yo,
Yeah, I left her quick. I know you gotta go to work and stuff like that, but I wanted to talk to you.
Go to work. I gotta go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ready to go to a race.
All right. Well, the thing is, I wanted to talk to you because I mean, I'm kind of a bit offended by what you said. I felt insulted, and I just wanted to resolve it or whatever.
At this point, I don't even care. I'm gonna give you guys the balance of your money back, and y'all can figure.
I don't know what I did wrong. Hello? All right. So, this is the thing. I don't know what is going on. Okay. Apparently, he I've been good to everybody. I didn't do anything wrong to anybody. He insults me, starts being abusive to me, and he offered to help to get materials for us because he basically dropped somebody over here, a Scott that worked for him. This is Dave's automotive transmission, complete transmission auto repair or whatever in Vineland, New Jersey. Just want to let you know, I know them for 30 years, and I actually raised their children first 5 years of their son's life, and a few months for their third child. I just want you to know, he started insulting me and bashing me to somebody who was helping me after I got screwed, as somebody offering to help me with my house. And the thing is that he's throwing a temper tantrum or whatever because of what he did to me. And this is a continual pattern of these carnal, arrogant, prideful men who wants to just yap off and air their own false opinions or whatever. And the thing is, it's just that he's sitting there. This is what happened. So his phone accidentally calls me back, by the way. Okay? And I'm like, hello? And I hear him talking. And they're basically using our money to shop for us for our materials for our place. And he offered to sit there because I basically told him how Scott just screwed us over and all these other things or whatever, and how he basically bought tools with my money, by the way, to buy materials and claimed them, his tools, as his tools. They did all kinds of things to us, and this is the thing. I didn't expect these people to be saints or basically be professional or whatever. We got stuck in a situation. My husband had a stroke. And, we got just, our place just got stopped, and I'm trying to find somebody to help finish our place and the things that I cannot do myself. And the thing is that, so while he's shopping or whatever, he's asking me about the material, and then all of a sudden, for some reason, he was resisting for us getting drywall for our ceiling. And yeah, unfortunately, we live in a trailer, and the thing is that he's sitting there saying he was refusing to get this drywall. We don't even know, but these guys are waiting for him, and they were supposed to get this job done in one day on my inner ceiling, and maybe a next day or so on my roof to repair my roof. Okay, so the thing is that okay. So we'll go to today. Today, his phone accidentally calls me back, and he's bashing me to this other person named Philip, who's treated me with kindness, knows that what the people are doing to me is wrong. And he's sitting there saying, oh, she doesn't know what she's talking about, and blaming me about drywall being on the roof. Now, the thing is, we didn't want drywall on our roof. I actually questioned it the first time when it was put up by a previous worker who, yes, has passed. This is before Donnie had a stroke and before these people were involved in renovating our place. So the thing is that, they don't know that, that I guess their phone called me back. So he's bashing me to, one of my workers that I'm paying for to do my place or whatever. And so apparently he basically is sitting there saying she doesn't know what she's talking about. Oh, that stuff, whatever he said in between or whatever, I don't know every word or whatever. Then he sits there and says, and telling him, oh, beggars can't be choosers. Before that, I spoke to Dave on the phone, right before his phone called me back. I spoke to him on the phone. He said, you ever hear the saying, beggars can't be choosers? Because he's sitting there trying to force plastic being put on my ceiling. So I'm just like, so I'm trying to explain to, he's like, well, who wanted the drywall up there? I said, it started out as being the drywall on there. It had a leak or whatever. We had to take it down so we could fix the roof. He's cutting me off on some words that I was trying to say, by the way. I said it, and he cut me off, so I didn't get a chance to say when we were trying to sit there and say we want Lawan on the roof. He was basically and Donald wanted Lawan on the roof, and that was said. It was Scott who basically tried to reinforce us putting drywall back up on the thing. So okay, we agreed, both of us, me and Don. Or whatever. So the thing is, Scott was very arrogant. He was forcing things to be done wrong, and it would not let me correct him. He wouldn't even let me speak. I just want to let you know that. Okay, they kept cutting me off, walking away from me, and I'm like, no, I don't want that. I said, you're doing this wrong, whatever, this and everything. So he's going to sit there and bash me as somebody else sitting there saying, I don't know what I'm talking about, and beggars can't be choosers. Why they are wrecking my house, by the way. Yes, so I don't have a choice what is done in my home, why they're wrecking it and doing everything wrong, okay? And then sitting there calling me a beggar. I didn't beg anything. Matter of fact, they were overpaid, by the way. These workers, Scott, was overpaid while he was damaging everything that he did. Okay, some of the things he tried to cover up. Then I was sitting there teaching him, right, and sitting there, you mess up, just just let me know or whatever. We'll fix it or whatever. See what we can do or whatever. And I was very kind to them. So they couldn't cover up how bad they were messing up the door, and couldn't even cover up basically how they were putting the screws in wrong anyway. They just kind of couldn't even put a screw in. All right, so in a door, just hanging a storm door. Okay, so he's bashing me. He's mentally abusing me, and this is nothing new. I just want to let you know. The reason why this is the thing. I met this guy, first of all, because I was a nanny for their children, Trisha and DJ. From the time they woke up, okay, to the time they went to bed, okay, for 5 years. Okay, and the thing is, I raised their children. I think one of them, the girl was about 3 years old, and it was like the first 5 years of DJ's life or whatever. And it was really, really, really terrible. And you know what? It's like the thing is, it's like Terry did everything she can to save their marriage and do all these things or whatever. Even wanted to remarry him, do all these things or whatever, and she was loyal to him. I'm not saying, okay, I don't know if it happened down the road or whatever, but the thing is, it's like he was always like accusing her of cheating on him and all these other things or whatever. I can tell you right now, that is not true. And she basically was in love with Dave, okay? And it was a one-sided relationship. She even basically said that he actually made her feel cheap, like a whore, because he wanted to watch his perverted little movies or whatever, and then do this. And it's like I feel like I'm raped or something. It's like I feel disgusting. Right? She came crying to me a number of times. So the thing is, they did little things and sit there, help try to make it better, change a few things, etc., whatever. And he was a workaholic, by the way. And the thing is, it's just like, look, it's just like, look. The thing is, it's just like this whole thing. Like, sitting there bashing me, like, I've only done good to them. And you know what? I just want you to know why he's sitting there saying beggars can't be choosers to me. They begged me to basically raise their children, because I basically said, you have to take care of your own children. Okay? Because it hurt me that they were not, like, doing anything for their children, except for buying them or giving them whatever money can buy them. Okay? And I've talked to them a number of times. Okay? So the thing is, like, while I was raising their children, and I was like, you need to be a mother. Your children want you, okay? Because there was a time where DJ wanted to call me mommy. He said, I want to call you, you're my mommy. I want to call you mommy. I said, no. I said, your mommy loves you. You only have one mommy. And so the thing is that they live very selfish lives. And, you know what? I try to sit there and even justify this selflessness in life. I mean, if people selfish, they can have a selflessness too. And you know what? And there was somebody else being okay. Dot was being selfish or whatever. I'm like, he works. You need to let him work or whatever. You can't call him to bring you coffee and all these other things or whatever. So I had to actually call him back a couple times. No, I got it. I get it for him or whatever. He'd be asking him to bring him things or whatever. And so the thing is, it's just like, look, you know, you disagree with Dave. Dave can't be wrong. And you know what? The thing is, the person is right. No, we're just not wrong. Okay? But he's treating me like I'm the wrong one. Why he's wronging me, and why this pride and arrogance, why he's sitting there going to mentally abuse me and say beggars can't be choosers. And I'm sitting there trying to make my house like look decent. I'm just like, I mean, we've already spent $4,000 on our place, and they were manipulating me, robbing me, doing all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I was overpaying. I knew I was overpaying them. I called it encouragement money. I'm like, pay them a little encouragement money. Look, you're not going to get like robbed of anything if you do. I didn't expect. Do you know how to use a hammer, a drill? Well, obviously Scott can't use a drill, but do this. That's what I need. I need hands. I have chronic pain. I have fractured bones throughout my body. I cannot do the work myself. And the thing is, it's just like after basically Scott screwed us over or whatever, his crew members came back and it's like, we don't even want anything. We don't want anything. We're going to help you because this is so messed up what is being done to you. And we're not about that. So the thing is, it's just that they said, we don't even want to be paid. Of course, I'm going to pay them. But this is what they said. So I had people helping me. I never seen anything like that before. Like, it's just like, are you serious? So, of course, I'm going to pay them or whatever. But we have somebody because we were screwed also about our money. All of a sudden, we're being cut off because you abused me. You go sit there and say, beggars can't be choosers. I don't beg, okay? First of all. And yes, you know what? This is the thing. You just sit there and I don't even know. But I didn't do anything wrong to them, and they're all treating me like just trash. Wow, they're acting like trash. By the way, I just want you to know that. So I just want to let you know that. So when like Dave was the one that sat there, oh, I got somebody to help you out here, whatever, drops off. The only thing he sat there and said, I'll hang your door for $100. I said, all right, no. First of all, I was like, no. Well, I gave him a job, and I was just like, I laughed at him. I said, I need my door gutted and replaced or whatever. I said, I'm not going to let you, rip your own self off on that because it's going to cost more than that, and it's a bigger job than what it is. And he agreed he could fix this or whatever. And it is some things that were pretty good. I mean, I was amazed by it. It was amazing. I called them all amazing. They did amazing work. When they did their amazing work, but they screwed up a whole lot of other things. When I sit there and said, no, this is not how I want it, or it's just because it was completely wrong and messed up. Oh, no, worry. Oh, we got this. That was just one guy who's arrogant like that or whatever. So they're going to cut us off and do all things. Oh, what are they trying to say? Oh, well, we helped you or whatever. But the thing is, you're sitting there forcing wrong being done in my life. And you're going to sit there and say beggars can't be choosers. I'm not the beggar. First of all, and I paid people. Actually, I had $100 right here for Dave for going to us to the store for us or whatever. I was going to give it to him, but he's quickly, because he knows, he basically just slipped out and his abuses, and Jordan wanted to quickly hurry up and like get out of here. Why? Because I'm sitting there. I just called him back. I was like, I need to speak to you because, what you said to me was just, it was insulting. Like, why are you treating me like that? I'm not begging anybody. I'm sitting there. I'm offering to pay services for work. And you're sitting there acting like I don't have a choice or saying I don't have a choice of what I get and how my house is being treated. Why you people are wrecking it? So, so far, I have them sit there and just lie. And now the thing is, like I said, I told them, I said, I didn't expect you to be saints. I didn't expect you to be professionals. I know there's going to be mess ups. I was very kind and merciful to them. Okay, I'm like, okay, when the mess up, I'll say, well, how do we fix this? That was my response. All right, and you know what? I felt bad. I just want you to know, because while Scott was like screwing everything up, I had to overpay him because he was the one that was considered the head boss or whatever, or the head boss of the project or whatever, and was supposed to do the main work, which he messed up on. Okay, just want you to know. So, somebody was working for him or whatever, it came back and said, "Well, they're going to fix it. They have to redo everything or whatever. We don't even want any money." I said, I'm not going to let it be like that. I'm going to like that work to be done. I mean, if you want to fix it or whatever, it's going to go into your pockets or whatever. I said, nobody's going to be dictator boss over anybody here. And they're sitting there saying, yeah, it's your house. You should get what you want and what you're asking for and what you're paying for. So the thing is Scott was well overpaid and I felt bad. I even said something to Don. I was just like, you know what? Philip's doing most of the work. And I feel bad because he's working under him and I got to pay Scott like more. And the payment that was basically given to them, I just want you to know, it was not any, they never asked for any money. Well, they, of course, you know, they asked for $100 here up front or whatever. It was not that they don't expect to be paid or anything, but they, you know, they didn't give me a fee or whatever for this. I offered the fee and, which I thought was sufficient, and I paid them. I paid them daily. Okay, sometimes I had to wait till the next day or whatever, but basically I paid them for their work daily, and for the work that I thought was done. And yes, even when they messed up, and it was a whole point of like, okay, yeah, you have a disaster dropped in my house, so okay, let's work together. Let's work with this. Let's, you know, whatever. And you know, there's some teaching lessons, you know, and things like that or whatever. And we're, you know, and there's like knowledgeable talk and things like that or whatever, but it was just like, you know, there's like a couple of these guys, they're just like blowing people off or whatever, but I can't believe that, can I believe that Dave would do this? I didn't do anything to him, so he's attacking me for no reason. So, and then he's going to sit there and say, I don't know what I'm talking about. I get that with the arrogant men who, when they sit there, don't know what they're talking about and a woman is correcting them, they're going to sit there and say the woman doesn't know what they're talking about. Okay, so this little game, this is like just unbelievable. I just want you to know, Dave was abusive to Terry, by the way, and treated her like shit. She was like a trophy to him. That's what it was, and that's it. And it's just like women are automatically idiots to them. We don't know what we're talking about. Yes, I do. You're sitting there messing it up. I'm correcting you, and I'm sitting there saying this, and this, or whatever. You know, and I appreciate Dave's intelligence, but you know what? You could be a mathematician, but mathematicians can be idiot savants, and you're no savant, okay? But you are an idiot. Okay, you're good at your calculations, whatever, and I trust your judgment in that when it comes to objects or whatever. You know, he's mathematically wise, I don't know. He has intelligence, but it doesn't matter when you become a fool and you're going to sit there and say beggar. I wouldn't say that to a beggar who basically needs something and asks for something going around. So there, beggars can't be choosers. Be grateful for what you have. And it's just like, okay, this is what I have. I'm giving to you. And I have a lot of people stealing from me, trying to control things, doing it wrong. You're the beggar. And yes, I do have a choice. Sitting there saying, I don't have a choice, I'm paying you. And so you know, I was going to give $100 to Dave or whatever for going and picking up this stuff for us for gas and all this other stuff or whatever. But he had to run out before I even got a chance to talk to him because he got caught being like an asshole. Because I know Philip's response. I know he's going to tell me about it. But he's sitting there going to act like he's all cool, bashing me to Philip. It ain't going to work. And that's a bunch of bull. So I thought it would be a beneficial for them to even, like, you know, get together. Because you know what? First of all, Dave was sitting there making up lies about them. Oh, I wouldn't trust them. Don't do this, or whatever. Yada, yada, yada. Because Scott was slandering Philip, and he is scapegoated, by the way. He's a very kind person. And I'm not going to sit there and they try to make up their little rules of why he's not kind or whatever. But it was probably justified what he did and said. He screamed at somebody, called them whore. Well, you know what? If it's wrong, they weren't, but they are abusive to him. Okay, and the thing is, it's just like, you know, apparently he went off on them. Oh, he screamed at me. I know how they treat him. They treat him like a slave driver, and they treat him like shit. They scapegoat him and blame him, and some things they got caught in. And basically, what I'm asking about, like, well, what did he, you know? What did he do? Oh yeah, well, I, you know, well, sometimes I kid myself, like it's just like recalling, like at the time, you know, you can't think of it, but you went through the abuses or whatever. I'm not saying he's a saint or whatever, but the thing is, he doesn't have a compassionate heart. I'm not saying he did everything right. I'm not saying he didn't have any screw ups in his life. I'm sure he did. So whatever. Like I said, I didn't sit there and hire anybody because they're a saint or whatever. And whatever the conflict was going on, I'm seeing all these principles just flying around, like like all these things. And I find it quite interesting when I'm sitting there good to people. Things start rising and things start coming out, and there's like a fight that burst out with this and this and everybody fighting around. I didn't cause it. I was good to people. I treated people equally, okay, no matter what, and all their rights or wrongs, not justifying their wrong to be equal to right. Just to let you know that. But the thing is, it's just that, look, I tolerated a lot of bull and disrespect from people, and it's just like, I expect construction workers, whatever you want, jovial attitude, arrogant, carnal male, prideful, whatever, the typical male. Is it? I'm not stereotyping males. It's kind of like in a reverse effect, the typical male who acts like the arrogant, prideful, jovial attitude, if you will. So this is the thing. I don't know. Dave's sitting there abusive to me, and then I'm trying to resolve it. Oh, I don't care. I'm just ending with this. I didn't do anything to him, and he's wronging me, and so now he's cutting everything off because he's exposed as looking like a jerk. So now he's going to run like a dog, with his tail between his legs, and run off, just like Scott did, and try to hide. And I was kind and good to them. Okay, so that this is unnecessary. They got severe mental problems. Just want you to know, they will sit there and call their victims mentally ill. I basically called Philip like intelligent. Oh, you need psychiatric help. This is how he treated me, because I recognized Philip's ability and listened to what he had to say when he was basically silenced. And apparently, it is an issue where Scott's like cutting him off and all these other things or whatever, and just keeping him as like his little puppet, his little slave, and all these other things or whatever, his cleanup guy, and all these other things or whatever, taking advantage of his meekness. Okay, so I'm not saying he's all meek all around, but the thing is, he's a guy, and the thing is, what I have seen and him be treated, whatever. I thought it was going to be different. I tried to connect to Philip and Dave, because Dave was prejudiciously judging Philip without even knowing him, by the way, or ever meeting him. And I'm like, no, Philip's not like them or whatever, because I was telling him what Scott did or whatever, so he's acting like, what's going on. So I might know Philip's not like them at all, or whatever. He's good. He's honest or whatever. So Dave wants to play his games. So he's being dishonest right now. So people want to sit there like, oh, yeah, he can be honest about things. He'll come in, he'll analyze the situation. This is what's wrong. This is what's right or whatever. He can't do that in humanity, his own human life, or whatever. So he wants to play these games. I don't know why he's doing this to me. I've always been kind to him, and he knows the person that I am. He doesn't know I am a saint, by the way, and I am an intelligent person, and he's sitting there calling, saying, I don't know what I'm talking about, and calling me an idiot and all these other things or whatever. Well, you know what? And then he's going to get mad because I want to talk to him about it. Oh, I don't care. Okay, screw everything. I'll just give you your money back, because he's holding it for us because we were robbed. Okay? And yeah, everybody just sat there and tried to take advantage of the situation and just rob and take or whatever. And he seems like helpful and giving, and that's fine. He probably, which I don't know he was or whatever. And he's sitting there he's offering to do things. Okay. And I'm like, oh no, well, I'll do this, whatever, from like different things. I'm like, no, you got to work, this and everything or whatever. And it's fine. And I'm recognizing all that or whatever. And the thing is, it's just like, this is wrong. He owes me an apology, by the way. And so he's going to get mad at me because I'm trying to talk to him for him abusing me, acting like I'm doing something wrong to him. I didn't do anything wrong to him. And so all I did was give it to them, by the way. And they're the beggars, by the way. They acted like savages, all right? And all they did is take from me, and I put money in their pockets, all right? So just to let you know that. And it's just there. I had a couple people over there or whatever in the past. Oh, that's Donald's money. That's Donald's money. No. First of all, that was from our business money. I was part of it. I worked, and part of it is my money. And it doesn't really matter because I told Don to just get rid of it. I don't even care because we are being like attacked, and everybody's acting helpful while they're sitting there just taking and robbing and just like treating me cruelly, and I haven't done anything wrong to anybody.